I'm Yolanda,
And I'm Katrina,
and we're coming straight from the streets. Today we got a special podcast going on. We got Frank Waters and Tobias and little
I go.
Cago, and we're going to discuss My Kingston Kids. So, Frank, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
Welcome, welcome. And
welcome,
Anthony?
Tobias.
Tobias. Where did I get Anthony from? Wow, Anthony must be somewhere out in the world talking
Somewhere
about
thinking
me.
about you.
welcome, welcome.
Thank
And
you.
welcome, Cago.
Thank you.
So, Frank, let's talk about some of the programs for My Kingston Kids because people want to know in the community. Some kids are just moving back into the area from being either misplaced or whatever the case may be, but now they're back in the area with nothing to do. So let's talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here myself and Tobias, aka T Boy, as we call
T-boy.
him.
Okay.
His stage name. But yeah, our organization, My Kingston Kids, was created to provide opportunities for children from 0 to 18 through programming, imaginative, creative, innovative, positive, and engaging programming. So being from the city, my wife and I moved here 11 years ago, and it was really, a way to get away from the rat race and the noise and the chaos. To the city and kind of come to a whole new environment, much more, relaxing and being able to connect in a small town. And while we were here, we realized that there were still gaps missing for some of the children here, specifically children of color and low income families. So we stepped in to create, what we could and not step on the toes of others. So like CCE was here, Drew was here, Boys and Girls Club is here, Family House. So there was others that were doing things, but we wanted to come in and do something different. So our programs are kind of based in entrepreneurship and imagination, as you always see me with the Imagine hat, really
Mhm.
trying to emphasize how important it all starts in our mind. And there's nothing that we can't do
Yeah.
if we put our mind to it. You agree, right, Cargo?
Yeah.
All right. I love it. So we created a photography program. And
Oh,
that
wow.
photography program not only provides, an opportunity for creativity, but it also gives you a space where you can learn about entrepreneurship and learn how you could either be a professional photographer and generate a career. You could be a freelance photographer. You can do it as a hobby. You can just learn how to use your cell phone properly, and understand about copyrights. And when you post your pictures online, so, so this program's been going on. It's our longest running program. It's our first program is in partnership with the Ulster County Restorative Justice Center. It's actually just ended. One of
Wow.
them just ended. It's across the street, actually. But that program is amazing because we provide the cameras. So you don't
Oh,
have to
okay.
say, well, I don't know about photography. One, we're going to teach you about photography. No experience necessary. And two, I don't have the equipment. We provide the camera. So it's a small class of 9 and it's an 8-week course. So you come in and you learn the origins to how to even put up an exhibit. And at the end of that 8 weeks, you put your exhibit up, you take your photos, and then we take it a step further. And then we created a website
Wow.
called redkartgallery.org,
Wow.
redkartgallery.org, where we post those photos and now we can sell them to the community and those proceeds go back to those students that took those photos.
Oh, that is
That's so awesome.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like that?
yeah, I like that
Yeah.
too. So, how would a child from the age requirements get involved?
Yeah.
How would they like reach out to you?
So that particular program is 13 to 18 because you got to know how to use the cameras and read and all these different things. So, so that program again is through the Ulster County Restorative Justice Program and or Justice Center, and together we created this program. So you can go to MyKingstonKids.com. All of our programs is there on the website. It's a free program, costs you nothing, and
Wow.
it's about 4 a year. We do about one every season. So the next one is filled up, but it actually starts next week. And it was created with a board member named Star Nigro, who's an incredible photographer, and she helped us really develop the program. Now we have a new facilitator that's taking the helm. So he'll be starting next week. And the thing that I like to say, because I don't know if you all are parents. Are you parents, both of you? So you
You ain't no
you have a
parent.
parent.
You got a parent, right?
You have some parents. So the challenging thing sometimes is we see kids, and since it's teens, and Tobias is here and he can chime in if he wants, but sometimes with teens, we may say, "Hey, this program is great for you," and they're like, "Nah, I don't want to do that. I ain't interested." And it could be something beneficial for them. So I like to encourage parents to just get your kids to give it a shot. It doesn't mean they have to be a photographer, but they will learn a skill and maybe they might want to do it.
Right.
I grew up in the South Bronx and I didn't have a lot of opportunities. So I don't know if I would have liked photography or not because I didn't have the opportunity. So what we're trying to do is provide as many opportunities for different skills as possible and just let the kids try it out, even if they don't like it. And if they don't like it, fine. They move on, go to something else. But it may stick. And we probably have had over 50, 60 kids, and maybe 10 of them said, you know what, I really want to do this. And they've taken this and went to college and are photographers.
Wow.
So you just don't know.
Wow, you know what's amazing to me? What you just said. You grew up in the South Bronx,
Hmm.
and you didn't have a lot of opportunities.
Right.
And we grow up here, and it's like, oh, maybe you should go to New York where there's more opportunities. Yeah. We're told that there's so much more opportunities down in New York City
Yeah.
than we have here. And then we have somebody that was raised in the
Yeah.
South Bronx in New York City saying
Mhm.
there's no opportunities.
Well, I'll be 50 years old next week.
God bless. God bless.
Thank you.
And happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
happy birthday as well.
thank you. I appreciate it. So times have changed. Like I have nieces and nephews there, and they do have way more opportunities than me. When we were all young, there was no internet. There was a lot of things that were just didn't exist back then. So there weren't as many opportunities. Um I lived in the projects. My school was across the street. My elementary school was across the street, and my junior high school was across the street.
Wow.
Until I got 14, 15 years old. And then I went to school somewhere else. And around that time, in the 90s is when you started to see all these different types of school: fashion, business, art, graphics, sports, all these
Okay.
different types of high schools that gave you more opportunities. And now there's charter schools in the city.
Right.
There's just so many opportunities now. So some may be right, but again, just like Kingston, just because they exist doesn't necessarily mean you have access to them.
Okay.
And that's a whole nother conversation. That's why most of our programs, basically all of our programs, are right here in Midtown, where we feel they're most needed, so that the community right here has access to them. It's right here on Broadway.
Right.
You can walk from
Easy access.
anywhere. To me, Kingston is tiny,
It is.
compared to the Bronx. I used
It
to walk
is.
from the Bronx to Manhattan. So it was like, this is not
Wow.
far,
Wow.
So when people don't want to walk from the Roundout to Midtown, I'm like, come on, this is
Now,
not
I
even.
mean,
But I get it though, in the
not
winter and
for
the
nothing.
hills and
like from
But-
Home Street, where I used to live,
Uh-huh.
where I'm at now, because my niece still lives down there, and I walk from her house to my house, from my house, and it's 2.5 miles,
yes.
almost an hour. That's not a
That's
bad
getting
walk.
good
That's not a bad-
exercise.
That's good
Right.
exercise.
When it's not snow and it's not freezing
Right.
cold,
No,
you know.
you gotta go from Van Buren Street in the cold morning
no.
all the way to the high school. That's what I did this morning.
all the way to high school.
Did you hear?
Hold on, I got one better.
There you go.
Missed the
What?
bus and had to go to school from Broadway East to Miller.
Ooh.
And I had a
Oh.
mama that was, you're gonna get up out my house. So imagine walking them cold days to go to school.
Now that's a war. Now that's not even right.
That's a lot.
I,
That's a lot.
I get it now. Now I
Yeah,
take it back.
Your nan did that to me. Yes, she did.
So,
Now,
Tobias, what has the program done for you since you said you've been in it since you was 8?
8.5 years.
wow. And how old are
15.
you now?
15.
Go ahead.
This program has really been amazing to me. I first started this with my auntie Jessica, and she brought me in. First day we were learning about black black businesses and black millionaires. That's what it was. And ever since that day, I feel like I've really just carried on myself through my Kingston Kids.
That's what's up.
Wow, that's
So it
so
offered
awesome.
you a lot.
Oh, of course.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Are you mentoring to other kids?
I could start doing that. I mean, I could talk to Frank. I think that's a great idea. If I could really sit down with other kids and just have a one-to-one conversation with kids.
That's awesome.
That would be great. If you
Wow.
give back like that.
Yeah, that's
Glad
awesome.
you're here.
Thank you.
I am too.
Yeah, I
think-
just said, hey, you want to come do this show with me? Like, yeah, let's go. Bye, mom. Like, we out. Like, all right, we out.
But see, that's the thing about it. He's
Mhm.
he's willing to go with you because he knows
Yeah.
it's a positive vibe. It's something that's gonna benefit the community.
Mhm.
And my favorite saying is each one teach one.
Right.
So you know,
Yes.
I can learn something from you. And you can learn something from me
Of
because
course, yeah.
That's what it's
this is
about.
about.
Mhm.
So
Circa
yeah,
village.
a village. Yeah.
So what's next for my Kingston Kids?
So, I mean, we've been creating so many different types of programs. What the program today, we have a program with restorative justice called Picture Grief. Um, and that's with Maria Georgopoulos. She has an organization called Rollers Kids, and she does grief counseling. And so we figured, hey, there's so many kids going through variety types of grief,
Wow.
losing family members, people getting incarcerated, all types of things happening. So let's give them an outlet, right? So we're giving them an outlet through photography. Now, this is a totally different class. With this class, you don't necessarily learn about cameras, but you bring your phone. You bring your phone, bring your own camera, and she kind of just talks you through dealing with your grief and how do you use photography
I'm also
to
in that
deal with your
program.
grief. Oh yeah, Tobias, you in that program?
Yes,
Yeah,
got it.
talk about it.
Um,
Today.
Yeah, for today.
I forgot. It's good.
Today is the second week we focused on I am poems, which is it was kind of like affirmations that you write about yourself
Wow.
and you really get deep into yourself and then figure out what you could stop by had not having that all the time feeling down and depressed.
Well, let me ask you a question. Because you're still school age. If they had this kind of program inside the school itself, do you think that would be beneficial towards kids?
I feel like it would bring more awareness to it and a lot more kids would go to it instead of just it being outside of school because it's school. But then there's a lot of kids in the school. So, but what my Kingston Kids and me doing with that is it's amazing. I love it. And I think kids next time it's running should really get in with the program.
Because it's beneficial. It's
it's
helped you.
It's helped me. Like this is only the second week and it's like 6 weeks. It's helped me just through basically just like life. It's like it gives me tools to if I'm feeling a certain way just to calm down and relax.
So, Tobias, what is your message to your peers?
Stay focused, stay positive, stay humble. That's
Wow.
what I
That's
do.
deep.
Mhm.
Stay humble.
That's the message to adults. too.
Right.
Right.
Some adults right there. Stay humble. Wow.
Oh,
Very
gosh.
powerful. Very
Thank you.
powerful.
Yeah.
You,
Right?
you like this, Cago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
You like-
Cago, how old are you?
5.5.
5.5. When's your birthday?
September 14.
September 14th?
No, December 14.
December 14th.
Wow.
Yeah, say me and my cousin share the same birthday, right?
Yeah.
You and Monty, my
I
grandson.
know somebody shares that birthday too.
So what's Juice World?
A rapper.
Juice World is a rapper,
Yeah.
and you like this rapper?
Yeah.
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 What do you like about Juice World?
Like about him because
He rap positive stuff.
because he has good singing
Oh,
Mm.
okay. And he makes you feel good with his singing?
Mhm.
So I heard you like some kind of sight words or something too. You into sight words or you want to tell me about that?
Mhm.
Come on, tell Auntie about your sight words.
I like about sight words, and it's really good to me to learn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You learned a lot with sight words?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When you get a little bit older, you think, well, from what you heard from Mr. Waters over there and
Mhm.
Tobias, you
Yeah.
would want to get involved with my Kingston Kids?
Mhm.
Yeah? Oh, your future right here. Look at
We
that.
love to have you. You're already involved. You don't even know it.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, this has been amazing. I'm very impressed with you, Kago. And for y'all that don't know, this is my nephew.
Mhm.
His mom has a hair salon A and B right here on Broadway across from Mobile.
Yeah,
Okay.
mom, she did my dreads. She did my locks.
Yeah.
There you
He
go.
does mine too.
Yeah.
All right.
And she dyed mines too.
All
So,
right.
and I was very impressed when she hit me up and said, your nephew said he wants to go on the podcast.
Mm.
And I was like, really? And it was just perfect because we're doing My Kingston Kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's one of our kids, right? You're our future.
Yeah.
And you're going to help other kids with sight words?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be a teacher and a mentor?
I think so.
You think so? Oh, okay. We got a very positive future ahead for you, huh?
Mhm.
Whoa.
Well, that about wraps it up. Thank you for showing up for us.
Well,
We'll be in the future with you talking about my Kingston Kids.
but
for the
before we
community.
go,
Hmm.
the most important question, what can we do for the community and My Kingston Kids to help, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's really about just constantly being able to spread the word, continuing to do the work that you do and getting the messages out and letting people know that these are our children, which is why we named the organization My Kingston Kids. So when you say it, right, you're taking responsibility for our
Amen.
kids, as T-Boy said. It's a village. It really does take a village. So it's just so important that we continue to stay positive, connect to each other, right, without the ego, and let that ego go so that we can get the truth out to the community, and that's as best as possible. Oh, and I just wanted to say, which I didn't say,
Go ahead. Yes.
is our Halloween fest.
Yes.
Oh,
It's coming up. So Cargo, you're gonna want to go to that. It's
When, where, and
yeah, it's our
Yeah.
biggest event of the year.
Yeah.
It's October 26th and 27th.
okay.
2 days this year at Kingston Plaza. The parade leaves the YMCA at 2 o'clock and goes to Kingston Plaza. Festival starts at 3 to 7. So it's a totally free event. You got tons of activities. We got laser tag, the
Music.
gaming trailer, music. T-Boy is DJing. He's also a DJ.
T-Boy, you got
Yeah.
all the skills up in
Yeah.
here.
I try.
Yeah.
DJ, carnival games, and the biggest attraction is My Kingston Kids is the proud owner of the largest inflatable obstacle course in Hudson Valley.
wow.
Holds
Oh, wow.
150 people simultaneously,
Wow.
92 by 74 feet. So,
Let's
and
get
it's for
ready.
adults and kids.
Let's
Okay,
get ready.
good.
So
good,
go and
good.
get your ticket to that one particular attraction is a course, but you can go to MyKingstonKids.com, sign up, get your ticket, come hang out. Lots of community
how much is
vendors,
the
food
ticket?
vendors is free. The tickets is $20 for the course, but the rest of the event is free.
Okay.
And
You
the
gotta
we
have some kind of donation,
gotta pay for it, right?
Right.
The cool thing though about our organization is everything that you do, everything that you pay for just goes right
Right
back.
back
to
And
the
so that
kids.
we can continue free events, free programming. We do birthday parties, we do the gaming trailer birthday parties, we do laser tag birthday parties, we do virtual reality, we do DJ services. We'll be at the Ellenville Mental Wellness Expo.
Wow.
And November,
That's
I think
weird.
16th, T-Boy is DJing. We'll have the
T-Boy,
photo
you're
booth, the gaming
amazing.
trailer and stuff.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, so we're here for the community.
Oh my God, T-Boy, you're just amazing. I can't wait to hear you
Yeah.
DJ.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So remember,
Again.
everybody, reach out.
Yeah.
Hey, look, subscribe, like, Visit our podcast and don't forget to vote, y'all. Thanks
That's
for coming
right.
out.
Thanks for coming.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Cago,
Thank
thank you for coming to share some time with me on this special Kingston Kid episode.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cago.
All right. Thanks.
I'm Yolanda,
I'm Katrina.
and we're coming straight from the streets.